What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Alexander, obviously. Quick conversational topic, and I don't have much time to talk about this, so try to hold off on the questions if you can. But a general insight of sorts I had this morning. I was considering I'd gotten the book by Robert Glover, No More Mr. Nice Guy, to read it. And it was interesting because it's a good book. It's a good book. I'd probably recommend it for a lot of you gentlemen, in all honesty. But in reading it this morning, it was something that I couldn't really relate to much of the content at all. It was insightful in regards to illustrating how modern man is an emasculated creature, and you have to break out the social conditioning that's been put upon you. At the same time, it's not something on a personal level I could say I relate to, since I've simply never been that way. And it got me to considering how a lot of men today have, they have nice guy personality. They have as I said, they have a people pleaser personality. You want people to like you. You want to make people happy. You want to do things for people. You want to martyr yourself that way. And it comes at the cost of your own satisfaction. So, how do you break that out of yourself? It's a difficult process, and as the book illustrates, I'd highly recommend this, getting the book, in all honesty. But as the book illustrates, you have to really deconstruct your whole frame of reality. You have to deconstruct your own identity, and then you have to realize that you have been living not for yourself, but for others. And what others want from you is not what you want to do, for your own. It is not what you want to do for your own satisfaction in living. So, nice guy personality. It's certainly a conundrum in that regard. At the same time, I realize for a lot of you gentlemen that message me, you have nice guy personalities. You don't know what you want to do for yourself. You're not sure about your direction in life, but you still want to make people around you happy in some capacity or another. If you are living that way, you are never going to create any sort of concrete identity nor purpose for yourself, because your origin point is not yourself. Your origin point is other people. It's all about doing things for other people. It's all about what the other person wants. It's all about satisfying someone, whether it be a woman who wants things from you, whether it be your parents, whether it be what the social narrative tells you. If your whole conceptualization of reality and the life you live is not to live for yourself, but to live solely for others according to what others tell you, according to what the masses tell you, you're going to have an unhappy existence. Nice guys never get the ladies. No, nice guys never get the ladies, because guys that are nice guys, they do not lead themselves. They are led by others. That's why they're always unhappy past a certain point. And even if they somewhat get what they want, which, you can kind of ascribe to that, the blue pill conditioning mindset. Maybe you do get the girl. Maybe you do, get the job. Maybe you do what you are told. Well, you get backlashed eventually because you never led yourself. And then all the things you did not think about, all the things that you were unaware of, all the lack of understanding that you had in regards to your job, your wife, satisfying your woman, living for yourself, you don't have any of those things. You are a beast of burden, and you are led willingly into your corporate social narrative slavery, whatever the case may be. Your false ideas about what a romantic relationship is and what a marriage is. And then when you get cheated on, when you lose the job, when things change, since the only certainty in life is that things will change, when things change, you don't know how to handle it. And then it all falls apart. And you're too nice of a guy to do anything proactive about it. And then you have the crisis of conscience, or this crisis of life, which a lot of nice guys have. What does it leave you with? A whole lot of nothing. So that's nice guy, I suppose, personality for you. And for you younger gentlemen, like I was saying, who ask me these kinds of questions where you're trying to sort yourself out, this is one of the precepts of being a man. You have to lead yourself. I cannot impress that idea upon you guys heavily enough. You have to lead yourself. That is numero uno. That's number one. It's non-negotiable. There is no going around that fact. If you're not the one making your decisions and other people are, you are failing. You're failing your masculinity, you're failing your purpose, you are failing the principles that make a man, which was a man need to do. A man needs to be able to protect himself and provide for himself. And that doesn't just mean that you, can, on a gross superficial level. That doesn't just mean that you can fight and that you have a job. That means that, intellectually speaking, that means, in regards to your mindset, that you have your own ideas. You have your own ideas. You have your own learning, you have your own understanding. It's not just what you are told. I'm going to assume Cernovich retweeted this. There's a whole bunch of you watching right now. Awesome. Thanks, Mike. Love you. Mike's awesome. So in regards to leadership then, getting back to the subject, how do you start leading yourself? That's always a question. We're talking about all these things. How do I lead myself? You have to act, and the actions have to be your own. That's one of those things, of course, that is easier said than done, but that is the basis of it. That's the fundamental truth. Are you making your own decisions? Okay, if you're going to do that, then you must do things in which you chose to do them. You chose. It was your choice. It was not somebody else's. That's the power of free will. You have to choose. You choose, and then you act, and then you do. If you do that, then it'll steadily become clear to you, and clear to you, and clear to you what you need to be doing. If you do not do that, then you don't. But then you already know what that gives you. That's one of the cruel ironies to living your life for other people. You know exactly what that gives you. Do you follow the red pill? I don't know if I follow the red pill. But I'm not really sure what you meant the question, in all honesty. What is the idea of blue pill versus red pill? If you were trying to frame these things. You have blue pill, which you can consider the social narrative of what you are told to do and what they, in quotes, say you should do. And then you have the red pill, in which you can see reality for what it is because you live for yourself and you are not confined and bound under the precepts and the teachings of the common man, so to speak. Perhaps you can call that red pill. You can also go with the manosphere definition of blue pill versus red pill, which deals with the more of the intersexual dynamics between men and women. Difference between being kind versus nice. Well, kindness is for itself. One of the things about being a nice guy, one of the things about nice guys, they're highly manipulative. And they might not think themselves that way. Many a nice guy thinks he's a virtuous person. But he's nice because he wants something. That's why women hate nice guys so much. A guy that's a nice guy, he's not being nice to women because he wants to know them as women. He's being nice to women because he wants something from them. And he's being deceptive about it. That's what's so disgusting to women about nice guys. Versus a man who doesn't care what a woman thinks, but will speak to them because he generally wants to speak with them, talk to them, know them, sleep with them. That's honest. Women know what the deal is. A woman knows when a man is attracted to her. If he is direct in his attraction and his interaction, all right, that is attractive. That is a man that is, in a way, he's acting out the truth of what he feels. A man that's a nice guy that's going to try to hide how he feels, under the, how should you say, under the, the guise of, getting to know her, wanting to be friends first, all that bullshit. That's always going to repel women. Always. Those are the men that are used by women. And they should be. They're used or they are cast out. Or, just flatly rejected. That's how that goes. The book, No More Mr. Nice Guy, explains all this. If you hopped on the beginning of the Periscope, I referenced that book right at the very beginning. I would suggest getting it, especially for those of you gentlemen who know that you fall under the fallen archetype of a nice guy. Read that book. I'm attracted to you, that's for sure. Thank you. That's probably besides the point I'm making, but great. Much appreciated. Most effective way to root out nice guy behaviors. Most effective way, I get the book, No More Mr. Nice Guy by Robert Glover, but the most effective way is you have to consider, are you acting out your life according to what you were taught, or are you acting out your life according to what you know to be true? Break down your life level by level by level by level by level. Look at your environment, look at your friends, look at your relationships with women. Look at your resiliency. If you can look at yourself and say, I'm proud of who I am as a man, I have lived my life according to my way, and I lead myself, I have resiliency, I have relationships with women, I am satisfied with it, all right, good for you. If you're looking at your life, though, and you don't like your friends, and you don't like your environment, and you're insecure with women, and physically you are less than you could be, and it's dissatisfaction, well, then you know what the answer is. Anything else, people? We're at the 10-minute mark, and I said this would be a short Periscope. I got some rehearsing to do. Looks like the knowledge guy with long hair. I'm going to choose to take that as a compliment. Do you follow the rip? You already asked that question. Nice guys are easy to manipulate. Well, they're anyone that manipulates themselves. Anyone that lies to themselves is easy to manipulate. You can think of it that way. Yeah, nice guys are essentially living their life under self-deception, 24/7. So they're always going to be used because that's the nature of reality. Either you live your life according to truth, and you set yourself up in a complementary relationship with the way that reality in the universe works, or you don't do that and you get used by it. So you get to enjoy the world, or the world fucking tears you apart. Pick one. And sometimes it's both things at the same time, but you can certainly fall to one side or another. Nice guys fall to the side of being torn apart. What you get is what you get. All right, people. Adios. Good talk. Talk to you all again.